Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, today I'm getting around to making some pumpkin floral arrangements, and I thought I would take you along for the process. Last year I shot a video where I talked about how to make a pumpkin floral arrangement without the use of floral foam using the top of the pumpkin, and that was really kind of just a straightforward walkthrough video, more of a tutorial. Today I'm just going to shoot this as a vlog. I actually finished the article I was writing on transplanting peonies for another company really early this morning, so I find myself with about 2 hours just to play. And later on this week I have an order of a lot of pumpkin floral designs, so I'm just going to be kind of practicing today. Now, these designs are not going to have tops, and they're going to be created right in the pumpkin without the use of floral foam, of course, and I just thought you might like to join me for the process. So let me show you the pumpkin that I purchased for this project and also the flowers that I think we're going to be picking to use. So here's the pumpkin that I picked up for this project, and one thing I've noticed throughout the years is that these type of pumpkins, rather than your standard orange pumpkins, seem to hold up longer when you do these kind of arrangements. And all I do in preparation, whether I use an insert or not, because we're not using an insert today, meaning like a plastic tub being sunk into this, is I hollowed it out, then I wipe it down with a Clorox bleach wipe, and then I use some olive oil inside as well. That helps preserve it a little bit longer. But really, more than anything, I think it comes down to the type of pumpkin that you're using, and these thicker walled pumpkins hold up a lot better. And then I'm just going to sink a piece of chicken wire down into there once we get started. And in terms of flowers, I think I'll be using some cafe. I want to go ahead and try to utilize some of these breakouts. Some of the breakouts are just absolutely ginormous, and I'm not really sure those will work, but we'll give it a try. And I definitely want to utilize some of these great silence dahlias. I might go ahead and cut some divas just in case, but I'm not really sure I want the purple there with that kind of pastel orange pumpkin. And I think in terms of foliage, I want to go with all silver, silvery blues. So we're talking our Dusty Miller. I actually have some eucalyptus buried in here somewhere. I really just did a bad job on the eucalyptus this year in terms of placement, but there is a little bit to use. We can of course use some sage, and then I want to kind of gather some interesting texture, maybe some berries, maybe a couple stems of figs would be fun. And yeah, I think that'll be our color palette, and we'll see how it turns out. So I know if my grandmother was alive today, she would really love creating these pumpkin arrangements with us, because she was always using kind of innovative, interesting, and unexpected vessels. I remember one time she even used like styrofoam peanuts to do a design for a show she entered. And so in her honor today, I put on some of her ladybug earrings. Well, that was just a great time out here in the garden. It's kind of nice this time of year because things are slowing down and I can really take my time just enjoying the process of cutting and arranging. I decided not to pick any figs because I was over in the driveway garden and I went ahead and picked some more Brandywine Viburnum. I used this in an arrangement just the other day, and when I posted a picture, a lot of people asked what the berries were. So these blue and kind of raspberry colored berries are Brandywine Viburnum. My bush is only a year old, so it's pretty small. I think it does get about, the height and width of my self 5x5, I think. I think I'll go ahead and probably invest in maybe 1 or even 2 more of those bushes just for the berries themselves. I just think you You just can't beat the way these things look. But anyway, let me go ahead and get my flower stand and we'll get to arranging. So I've had this wood flower stand that I basically put all my arrangements on for maybe about 4 years. And when we first moved to this house, I went to antique stores looking for furniture because I just love antiques, especially from the 50s specifically. Of course, I don't think this flower stand is from the 50s. All that to say, the stand was $100, which for me is really a lot of money to spend on something. But I'll tell you what, I saw it and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And almost a whole year went by. I went back there, it was around Christmas time. It was still there and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna splurge on this. I know I'm gonna use it all the time, and I went ahead and bought it. And I'm really so glad I did, because I don't know, it just kind of feels like whenever I make an arrangement to just put it on that table, it just feels complete and it feels like me. You know, everyone has their own way of designing and photographing their art or their work, and I really love to photograph my work out in the garden where I grew the flowers and on that special flower stand. So I thought I would take a quick break here because I've got the base of the arrangement made. I have all the greenery in, any kind of filler flower that I'm looking for is already in there. And now I'm really feeling a whole different color palette. I think I'm gonna go more with this pinky purple kind of a color palette, maybe the Diva, the Cafe. I have a lot of Flamingo feather Celosia still to put in. And I just think that maybe at the end of the day, these Great Silence and the Breakout just wouldn't really work as well as I originally thought they would. And actually what I'm thinking is that I might go out and get another maybe a dark green pumpkin and work with these colors in that. But you know, sometimes that happens when it comes to arranging. It happens to me all the time where I pick a few buckets and I end up using about a third of what I've picked. But for now, let's just keep going. So guys, here it is all done. Let me know what you think. I was really trying to make those Diva Dahlias work and it just wasn't working, so I just decided to go without and go with more of this fall sunset kind of a look for this pumpkin arrangement. So what all I used was the Great Silence Dahlia. We have Cafe au Lait Dahlia. Let me show you a dahlia that I think I said on the tour I might not grow again, but actually it's a nice bridge flower. I think I'll keep it around. This one is called Burlesca. Down from Burlesca, we have Stolze von Berlin. And then I have all kinds of filler in here. You know, I started out with some pokeweed, I added in the sage. and then I just built from there. And I'll put everything that I added into this arrangement into the description section. I think my big camera may have turned off for a while I was building, so I'll be sure to note everything that's in here. See, and here's all those beautiful Diva Dahlias, and I just feel like it's a shame I couldn't get them to work. And I think really the only way they probably could have worked is to replace the Great Silence with the Diva. I don't know. Do you think that would have been better? But sticking the Diva in here amongst all of this, it was just way too stuffed. This is already really stuffed for an arrangement that I made personally, but I do like that color still. Oh, there's always next time, right? Well guys, I hope it was enjoyable to create this pumpkin floral arrangement with me. It's just kind of fun to do something different. The first time I ever saw a pumpkin floral arrangement that really spoke to me and was a little more out of the norm of what you see with the orange pumpkins was, of course, Tulipina, or Kiana Underwood, who owns Tulipina. She's my favorite designer, and when I saw her version of a pumpkin flower arrangement, I just thought, oh wow, I get it now. That is beautiful. There is actually a video on YouTube where you can watch her create a pumpkin floral arrangement, and I will link that below. Also, I highly recommend Kiana's book, Color Me Floral. I've learned so much from that book, so much from just watching her Instagram, her website, but the book is great because it'll take you step by step working the floral frog as she adds ingredient after ingredient, and just to kind of see the way that she shapes an arrangement and forms it. I just can't tell you how much it's helped me. And you know, of course, I continue to learn. I am in no way a floral designer. I consider myself just someone who grows and arranges flowers for more of the art of it, the art enjoyment of it. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.